downtime activities.
Hello and welcome to the Pen and Paper Pod, everyone. I am so excited. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pen and Paper Pod, Season 5, Revon Gothica. I'm joined here today by 6 souls doomed to hunt the lands of Revon, unbound by their own mortality, their only rest and solace determined by their capacity for suffering. From left to right. That's right. On stream, right? From left to right. I think. Yes. Okay. From left to right, the Eldritch Cyper Snipes, played by the wily Tanner. How are you, Tanner?
Doing great, man. How about yourself?
I am a blast. Oh, I mean, I am a blast as a person. That seems like a lot to say, but I'm doing good. I actually you can't, I don't know that you can see it on stream, but here it is. Yeah. I did a bunch of burns. I made a roux where I was trying to make a gumbo for something, and I slung with the spoon and the hot roux, and now I have bubbles on my arm where it's this is too much information. I'm gonna have somebody's face bubble off tonight just so you guys try not to be that person. Yeah, we're also joined here by the forlorn grave cleric Silver, played by the kind Chesh. How are you, Silver?
Tired, but otherwise fine.
And of course, we're joined here by the slow-walking, fast-drawing turtle Sniff, played by the stalwart Justin. Justin.
Hi, I'm also tired. We'll be fun.
I love this. No. I'm down. I'm gonna get you guys. I'm infectious, man. I got a huge pot of coffee. Katie bought a proper coffee maker, so I got enough for all of us. Let's go. All right. The slow-walking Sniff, the quick-fingered and fluffy-eared Savannah, played by the quick-witted... Ange. I almost mixed that up, but they both work. You're both. You don't have fluffy ears, actually. That's true. That would be weird.
Yeah, I'm also sleepy, but we're all gonna rally.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna shock you in this first second. I'm gonna get us all picked up here. You have no idea. Probably not a good thing to just stay off the start. Anyways, we're also joined here by the ancient and crotchety life cleric, played by the chaotic Karina.
Hello.
Are you the only the life cleric's the only one that's not tired? You're the ancient and crotchety one. You're
I'm just always tired. It's my default setting, so
life
just
is
the norm.
Oh man. And of course, we're joined here by the werewolf Alpha, played by the murderous Max.
Also quite tired.
Okay, well, just
bunch of party poopers over here.
Okay.
We're old.
We're old. I know, we're so old.
My character's at least 18.
So
It's funny to me when when you're young and you start building D&D characters, you make characters that are 500 years old, but after you turn 30, your characters are he's 20, he's so young, it's the fantasy changes to what you used to have. Anyways, yeah. Just a couple of notes here. Please, if you would, if you can, if anyone's watching the stream right now, go ahead and post or tell your friends. Word of mouth is really important to the show. Head on over and join our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. You can see in the bottom corner. I think you can kind of see it, but if you can just go to the Twitch or YouTube notes and you'll be able to find links there. Yeah, if you are, we're a small podcast, and it's really helpful for our stream, so go ahead and tell your friends and try to pull people in there. We're going to try our new nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so go ahead and check that out. If you're interested in supporting the cast and getting in contact with our email at penandpaperpod@gmail.com, we'll be doing ads and one-shots during the shows, and we're going to be adding different ads to our podcast, which is coming back, and we'll be catching up with Tanner season as he's the DM. So if you hate my DM style, don't worry. Tanner will be running live, so don't... well, not live, obviously. That's the old podcast. You can check out there. You can also go over to YouTube now and check out all of the leading up podcasts. This is episode 26, Paper Faces on Parade. And just a quick recap here. The world of Revon is a land filled with horrors. At its center is a mysterious heart tree the people worship, somehow connected to 4 cardinal beasts that spread evil and cloud cover across the land. These beasts claim to be protecting the people from Revon from evils beyond the world. Our Outlanders are heroes from other worlds who have been given partial immortality and sent to Revon to kill these beasts by a mysterious death god. Our heroes have successfully killed 3 cardinal beasts. They also, unfortunately, released Cthulhu. Yeah. Looking at you, Ange.
We sealed it.
Only momentarily.
Yeah. Cthulhu. Given some credence to the notion that the beasts are protecting this world in some form or fashion. Having closed Blackwater Pyramid's door and defeated the Eldritch Horror and partially destroyed the city, the Eldritch Horror that partially destroyed the city, they have now been confronted by a strange man claiming to work with the Cardinal Beasts and wanting the party to betray the servants of the Death God to him. His name is Ash. So let's go ahead and you can just kind of see there's our lovely Cthulhu door that you guys opened up, and our Eldritch Monstrosity, which you murdered, and now you guys are sitting in a dock area. Hold on one second. Let me just move the characters. You guys are on the deck of the Prodidio, and across from you is standing this mysterious figure.
In my pack, we used to have a setting, a saying: if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, forget quite how it goes. It's been a while.
Alpha, what are you talking about?
I assume you're talking about snakes? Snakes, right?
No, I'm talking about bears. The Ashen King we determined was a bear.
Ah, because you
Squid bear.
think he's a squid bear.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Here.
Can he hear
Just
you
give
say
me a
this?
second. Yeah.
Okay.
Just give me a second. The saying will come to me. Hold on.
I can promise you I am not a squid bear. I suppose I could become a squid bear if that would make you guys more likely to...
Well, hold on there, guy. You're saying you're the Ashen King. You. Look at you. There's no way.
I didn't say I was the Ashen King. I said...
You just
my
said,
name was-
well, we're talking about the squid bear, and you said I'm not a squid bear. So.
Well, I could be a squid bear. Is the
Okay.
Ashen King a squid bear? Is that what you think?
I mean,
I remember the saying. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. If it's a squid bear, we don't have something for that. And just don't run into a lot of squid bears in the forest.
Just don't let them
Should-
take up your time. This guy is just a time sink over here.
seriously.
I'm gonna
Alright.
inch toward the edge of the boat and still look at that creature that's floating in the water. I really want to harvest a limb.
Yeah. Just, all right. Here's my proposal. Just so you guys, I don't think all of you are following that quick, but just here it is. I can't allow that pyramid to stay in the harbor, especially since we've just proven that it's incredibly dangerous and it's a risk to rest of Revon. So I'm going to seal it away and probably destroy a lot of the city. I will give you time to leave the city if you would like, but only on the condition that you agree to take a letter and deliver it to your, I suppose, handlers? Is that what we refer to? The Death God's emissaries?
No.
What do you
Why
call
do you
them?
want them dead so bad?
Well,
And what's your business with the cardinal beasts?
they work for me.
So you are the Ashen King.
I didn't really come up with that title, so let's just not really give credence to the... it's fine, whatever. Yes, I'm the Ashen
But that
King.
title
Hey.
was given to you by us.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. I'm not one for pomposity.
And you were once an Outlander, which is why you recruit other Outlanders, minus
no.
Friar Fier.
I've never been an Outlander.
You're a Revon native.
Well, if you refer to Revon as Revon, I suppose in some ways I may be the only real Revon native now.
I'm still not convinced. I mean, look at you.
Okay, cool. Well, most likely when I summon a firestorm and destroy the city, you all will live or be resummoned. So, you know. Does that work? Or?
The people are celebrating. Why would you do that?
Well, it's all this happiness, right? Like, it's the issue. Eldritch beings feed off happiness and joy. That's what they do. They feed on it.
Isn't the layer of suffering in the clouds protecting them from that? So they can't get these small victories here?
You guys did away with that here. That's why the pyramid worked at all. That's why you were able to summon Cthulhu at all. Literally, the joy is a giant smorgasbord for him to feed upon.
Well, we'll just not do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't that hard.
No reason to kill everybody.
You didn't kill...
So, I am struggling here. And bear with me.
No, please.
You are the Ashen King. You are what you have said to be an original Revon native. And you have what could arguably be said to be deific powers. And yet, you let these eldritch horrors rampage over these people feeding from their joy. Why don't you do something about that?
That's exactly what I am doing. I am trying to destroy these eldritch horrors. That's my goal. I'm not the bad guy here, guys.
Yeah, you're the one threatening our city.
Look.
A little bit bad. A little bit.
The magic... in the grand calculus of this situation, I am not the bad guy. I promise you. I mean, it's hard to explain. These creatures feed off suffering, and the Death God just wants to restart that cycle. He just wants the world to fill up with people. It comes to a point where there's enough happiness and love in the world, and then they come and eat all the people, and it keeps refilling over and over and over again. That's the cycle. That's what this world is about. That's what he wants. He just wants it to be the way of life. You live, you die, you repeat, it just keeps on going forever in an eternal, torturous awfulness. And I'm trying to ascertain the power, or, get the power to destroy these eldritch monsters that sit at the edge of reality. That's my goal.
Now, hear me out, and maybe this is crazy, but perhaps have the city retreat and then deal with the pyramid in the middle.
Like evacuate, tell the mayor to evacuate, that kind of thing?
Yes.
That is an idea.
Smart.
Make a persuasion check, Silver.
Sure. That is not my strong suit, admittedly.
Oh my god, we have gifts in chat now? Oh, this is my new favorite thing.
Okay. Here's hoping, my lads. Where's persuasion? There it is. How do things work? I don't know. That's a 6.
It does seem like a lot of work.
Take it. He's gonna sit there and ponder it. He's like, I'm willing to, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm willing to hear you out. It'll cause a lot of suffering if we force people to leave their homes and become refugees. So, you know, on the surface, that's not that bad. It'll tamp down all that happiness. But I would need some promises from you all that you'll deliver my letter to the emissaries of the dead. What do you call them? Are they like crow people or whatever? What do we? Birds.
We call them gizzard
We
and
don't
bee.
call them. They don't
Yeah.
respond to us.
They're assholes.
Oh, I'm not shocked by that, but I will say they will eventually seek you out again, and you can give it to them at that time. Well, they will never seek me out.
Why is
If
that?
you evacuate the city properly, make sure every man, woman, child, and senior is out, I will deliver your letter.
Okay. Counter proposal. I will tell the mayor that he has 24 hours to evacuate the city. You deliver the letter, and then I'll solve the issue.
Oof. It might be a while until we see him. You're just gonna hang out here?
No, I mean, I'll go and come back, you know. I got things to do.
No.
I know the
Plus-
feeling.
I didn't actually have to physically. What were you saying, Sikes?
Nothing. Sorry. Reacting to the proposal.
Is that the best you can do? With your power, that is the best you can do.
No, I mean, the best I could do would probably be to. Well, I mean, what is it? Like, is it the best? I don't know. It depends. The bottom line is I have to destroy that pyramid. And to do that, I'm going to have to get a little bit messy. So, yeah. I mean, it depends. You guys killed my cardinal beast, so, you know, the barriers here between worlds are thin now. And to be frank, you know, what's up, Alpha?
So, just to clarify, you can kill this Eldritch being in the pyramid, but you can't kill the ones.
No. Okay, so missing point here. It is a portal to another dimension. I can destroy the portal with, you know, by summoning meteor strikes to essentially bury it under a mountain. You know, that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
So,
But
no,
your
I'm
goal
not.
is to become strong enough to destroy the Eldritch being.
And to do that, we have to. Silver has to deliver a letter.
Yeah, essentially, sure. Yeah, we needed Silver to deliver that letter. That's really important.
I'm gonna insight. I don't believe. Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna tell you. He's trying to explain things to you, but he's getting annoyed in the process because he's like, yeah, sure, whatever, believes you. Like, he wasn't even trying to hide it, really. So.
Aren't you strong enough to dispel the portal?
Well, yeah, it takes a lot of time.
But arguably less catastrophe.
Yeah, but the catastrophe helps.
But the catastrophe isn't needed if you get rid of the portal.
No, the catastrophe will still be needed because the catastrophe will cause people to suffer. Suffering will make it more difficult for the creatures to come here. And the creature that was causing all the suffering here, that was protecting these people, you guys removed. Like I said, you are the one that is leaving them open to be consumed by eldritch horrors. This is your fault.
Technically, we left a cardinal beast here intentionally.
But didn't...
There is a
okay.
black dragon flying around. The post is held.
That's going to be interesting.
I'm just confused here. Of like, your goals seem to be mismatched here. If you want to destroy the Eldritch Beast, why would you not want them to come to you? Get the power yourself now, you know?
I need them to come at the correct time.
And
That
that's
makes
after
sense?
we deliver this letter.
Ah,
Right.
so it's an invitation.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you all of what's going on, guys. No, the invitation is to talk to him. Like, it's like there's a lot of steps between point A, B, and C that I have to do to fight these creatures. There's a lot of other things going on, and yeah, okay.
Listen, I get that, but you took the time to come to us, so you need us for something here.
And to pen the letter. If you have enough time for both of those things, you have enough time to dispel a fucking portal.
No, I don't.
Seems we're still
I don't care.
here.
No, I'm not just saying an order. I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you a little bit. Like, I don't care that much, and it's easier just to meteor the shit, cause the suffering. I'm giving you a chance, last chance. Otherwise, I'm just going to kill you all. I'll
But
just
that's the
meteor
thing,
you the
though,
whole
is
thing.
why did you give us the chance? Why did you need us?
Because I needed you to deliver the letter to the emissary. If you don't want to do that, you don't need an explanation. You either do it, save all the lives here. Let's just simplify it to what you
It's
know
not-
and can do.
But it's not saving their lives. You said you're going to kill them anyway.
No, I
The
said
catastrophe will happen.
I said if you deliver the letter, I'll give them 24 hours to evacuate before I blow up the city.
But your words said the city's not the problem; it's the suffering. And
Yeah, but the issue is that they'll still partially suffer because they'll be refugees. So that works too.
I see. Okay. All right.
Like they'll still, and more importantly, they're all gonna be not as happy as they were. That's the big deal. All the joyous stuff needs to end. So we're gonna get halfway there, you know?
I got you.
He reaches into his shirt and draws out literally a square envelope. Holds it out.
Silver will angrily grumble under his breath and like snatch the letter from him. You will give the mayor a warning. I will give the mayor a warning. If he says that he has not received a warning from you, I am ripping this letter up. Are we understood?
Terrifying. Anyways, he was right. You are kind of hypocritical. Anyways, he's going to be like, well, this was unpleasant. I'll head on over. I'll tell the mayor. And yeah, see ya. And he'll start to cast teleport.
Yeah, so you can get out of here.
Yeah, he flashes in a flash of light, and he disappears.
What an unpleasant person.
Honestly. Well,
I'd like to scan for squirrels, please.
Oh, there are no
Yeah, and
squirrels.
paladins.
All right, yeah. What do you guys want to do now?
I want to fix my guns.
gotta warn the mayor.
Okay.
I really want someone to dive in the water and cut a piece of that tentacle up.
Oh,
Save for later.
All right, I'll go
I can
retrieve
assist.
some.
Oh yeah, we can,
Alright.
we can get a bunch.
Me and my chainmail don't like the water, but I would really appreciate for
Yeah,
the group
so
if we did
let's
that.
go ahead and go down the list here. So somebody's going to warn the mayor. Somebody's going to harvest the creature. What else are people doing?
I'm fixing my gun.
All right, Sniff's fixing his gun. Who's going to the mayor and who's going to harvest?
I'm gonna help pull a board for the harvest.
I'll harvest.
I'll
Not a
be
people
going to
person.
the mayor.
I will go to the mayor as well.
All right,
I'll help
Sikes-
out the harvest. Yeah, we'll
Sikes
we'll
and
tag team
Silver-
it.
Sikes and
Never go
Sniff,
alone.
Make a Tinker's Sniff. I think you need to make a Tinker's Tools check.
Yes.
Go ahead and make that. Savannah and Alpha are harvesting. Who wants to go in and try to check, or what do you want to try to do? You want to try to like go into its it's kind of like a giant squid monster, so it has a mouth. You could just literally try to cut off a tentacle. What do you want to do?
What part would you like, Miss Livette?
I think it had some teeth on its tentacles, maybe
Yeah.
even a tooth in its mouth or so, maybe just a couple of teeth. Or
Yeah.
suckers even.
The darkest
I guess
Pokemon
it's a
timeline.
squid, it's not an octopus, but yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. You guys are able to pry out some teeth, and as many as you'd like. You can also take some of its flesh if you'd like, but yeah, you guys
Is
have...
the beak too big to carry? How big is like the squid beak?
The beak is about as big as you are.
Do we have a bag of holding?
You do. Oh, who
Do
actually...
we?
Oh, I think you're holding it, Savannah.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Should we put the beacon in?
I think we should totally put it up above a building in Farrington.
Yeah, you're able to carve out...
It would just be such a tourist attraction.
Yes.
I know how to market that. Let's do it.
I'm gonna say
We'll
this
bring all these refugees to Farrington.
with. I think
Yes.
it's difficult to carve the beak out. I'm gonna need like kind of an athletics check to just because it's just a lot of work swinging axes and stuff carving this thing out. Yeah, you
Is your
are good to go.
athletics high?
Go
Sniff.
help.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
want to make the check, Alpha?
I'm at a +3. What are you at?
-1, I think.
So Alpha make it with advantage, and Sikes. While you're doing that, Sikes and Silver, you come upon the Black Spire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
like
a-
birds.
It
It's
was
got
a
beak.
solid try.
Yeah.
You get it half unlatched, but it is like, you know, it is like, if you've ever like skinned a whole deer, it's like about a quarter of the way through the process you just want to give up and die, because it's just a lot, you know. You are just hacking and just going and doing, and you are just sitting there thinking to yourself, like, you know, I can go to a supermarket. That is just like literally what you're thinking the whole time. Sorry, this sounds like a very personal experience I'm talking about. Anyways, Silver and Sikes, what are you doing?
Yeah, so we're at the Black Spire. I'm gonna say this over. I know we could have sent a sending spell to him, but I don't think we'd actually listen.
No. And he let us in fine the last time, so I'm surprised you came with me.
So I thought you were really right when speaking to the guy named Ash.
Maybe I'm a man meant for simple problems. In Barovia, everything was simple. They either worked for Strahd, or they didn't. There was nobody yanking chains or giving misinformation. It was black and white.
Yes, it seems like no matter where we go in this land, there's always someone yanking someone else's chain somewhere.
And yet I'm being gaslighted for making compromises.
Mm. Well, let's be fair. There was no compromise in that situation.
I did my best.
I thought you held your own. He seemed unreasonable. But
Maybe
I mean,
it's practice, huh?
speaking of unreasonable, yes, exactly. We need to talk to this mayor.
Yeah, you guys are able to go in. You see that everybody, that the Blackguard you haven't seen in several days. You guys think that you may have extinguished a good portion of the Blackguard, but as you go up, you see that there's a bunch of people running around, and it seems like something's happening. But you're able to just walk right up to the mayor's office, essentially, unless you want to stop somebody and ask where he is.
If he's not there, then we'll ask. But if he's in the
No,
office,
he's
we'll go
in
right
the
up.
office. So yeah, if you just you grab an aid. She's like, yeah, just right that way up there. You're able to come up to Quasi Cortang's office.
Before we leave, I'm gonna ask her, what's going on?
We're getting ready for a general evacuation. So the city works on several plank-like structures. So they're all like old ships. So what we think we can do is we can just cut the moorings on the edge and literally just kind of sail parts of the city out one at a time.
Do some of the boats need repairs?
Yes, but we got a full crew going. We think it should. The city floats naturally, so as long as we can just get a sail line set up, we can probably just float it out there and repair as we go.
Plan.
Yeah, I can't believe we're doing this. I don't know what's happening. The mayor just called it an evacuation. They're gonna call like a meeting of a council to try to like stop it, but like I don't know. It's crazy. Anyways, I got things to do, and she like runs off. She's obviously very stressed.
Seems your. I'll talk to Silver. Seems your warning to the man actually did his job.
Hell hath no fury like a cleric scorned, I guess.
Oh, I'll audibly laugh. That was pretty funny from Silver. Go straight up.
Silver
Yeah.
might stand up like a little straighter, having made Sikes laugh for the like first time ever. Seems that we might need to attend this council, though, to convince what I can only assume are the nobility not seeing the warning and wanting to kill themselves and the rest of the city around them.
Well, we just wanted to make sure we deliver the warning. However, they choose to do their politics. It's not really a concern of ours.
It is when thousands of people could die. At least, for me.
I'm pretty Silver. I don't know how trustworthy this guy is, but I'm pretty sure they're all dead anyway.
You guys come upon the office as you're there, the one that you previously, kind of exploded. The doors are kind of hanging off the hinges, where the Book of Vile Darkness blew a hole in the roof, and the wall behind it is kind of that. But you see on the desk, you see Quasi-Cortain just like walking around, doing papers. Aides keep running in, bustling around, and he seems to be doing that.
Try to flag him down. Quasi-Cortain, over here.
He's gonna look at you. He's like, yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bother you right now. I know you're in the middle of a general evacuation, but we're here to warn you.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we'll get him out of here. It's no problem.
What prompted the general evacuation? Did you receive a message from someone?
I did.
Very powerful someone.
Yep. I got poopy in my doo-doo pants. That was not good. I mean, sorry. I'm a little stressed. My bad.
Keep it together, man.
I'm working on it. We're gonna get everybody out of here.
Yes, I believe in this. So what's this with the council? With this council?
That situation is handled. I'm gonna firebomb their homes.
Okay.
Then they can't meet. They can't cancel my evacuation order, and I'll get everybody out of the city.
Pretty extreme, but I mean, it does have results.
They're kind of assholes. All they're gonna do is meet, and they're gonna debate, and it's gonna run out in 24 hours, and everybody's gonna die.
Is there a way to convince them? Is there no convincing them at all?
They are politicians, man.
So you're telling me that somebody has dirt somewhere and they can be blackmailed without the use of violence?
Yeah, but the issue for me is finding the dirt necessary in 24 hours.
Too much to do.
Yeah, I mean, they have dirt on me. That's the issue. Like, everybody's got dirt on me, but like, they're freaking out because they didn't need to meet this fast, and I'm hoping to just sort of, or at least stop them long enough to just get this, get the whole lake area just moved out. Once the evacuation starts, they can't stop. The chamber where they would meet is actually in the first part. I'm trying to get it to cut ties and sail off, and then they can't meet in the chamber. They can't stop me. So, or I think so, at least. Hopefully.
I see. Well, yeah, this seems like the classic train scenario of the nobles' lives versus the lives of the city.
Sikes, could you expedite the process in cutting away the council chambers?
Sure, I can always do that.
Go fly around, see what you can do. Try to not hurt people. Your aim is good.
Are you
And I
intending to
trust you.
do this? Are you suggesting that if he does this, I'll not firebomb their houses?
Well, it's better than them cutting away.
I would prefer you not firebomb their houses, but I've told you what I prefer. What you do after that.
How about this? You go cut off the thing. It'll set sail and float away. It'll probably make it less easy for them to do it. I have people watching them. If they try to stop me, then we'll get serious. Does that work?
You know what? Sounds good.
Oh, pretty
Make
nice
that
people.
work.
Solid job. Okay. I got a million things to do. And yeah, I will
As do
see
we.
you later.
We'll go.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. Sikes, if you take off on your broom, you're easily able to fly up and see where there's kind of like this big round dome ball like structure in the middle of the harbor. You see that people are already trying to cut ties on it. You can go down and Eldritch Blast them individually if you'd like.
Sure. I'll do it.
Using your far superior mobility and your precision with your Eldritch Blast and your distance, you're able to cut about a dozen moorings easily enough, and the structure begins to float free. And you see that a couple of people jump across and start paddling literally this structure out into the harbor.
Seems we've done our job. I'm gonna just fly to Sniff and see if we can't save this little vessel that's going to be pushed out as we also evacuate the city. So I'll find Sniff as he's cleaning his guns. Sniff, there's a particular sect of nobles and high-ranking people that are just drifting off into the harbor, and I think that we can use them in a certain way for a certain project we're working on.
Yeah.
We need funding for it, for our Empire of Speckle
I mean,
and their
Yeah.
nobles.
they probably have a lot of money.
And if we're so gracious to save them from their this treacherous fate of being adrift at sea.
Let's go save them.
Okay. Bang. Cool. As we evacuate, I guess. But we can evacuate later. We'll find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you so what are you guys doing now?
Well, I suppose I'll be back with Silver. I mean, and walk backwards to the ship with him. Just wanted to relay the information.
You guys all come back to the ship. As you do so, you're able to see that Savannah and Alpha and Liv have harvested a certain amount of teeth and partially harvested almost a beak, but then it appeared to have given up at some point.
That's still got a lot of them though. Nice job. Well, so everyone's evacuating. Everybody. They have 24 hours. The mayor has actually sent the nobles of the city adrift. That's pretty much where we stand right now.
Should we head out as well, or does anyone have anything else they need to do?
But I think I'm good.
I vote head out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we have to go by foot because our ship was damaged.
Or by ring.
Shit.
I ring most likely.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That-
shit.
The foil Sikes' plan.
I thought it was a good one. Darn it.
You
Oh,
don't
well.
have to if there are things you'd like to do on the way out.
No, the nobles can just they'll won't worry about them later. Let's ring travel. So
Maybe-
Can't get too far.
Fly on your broom and give them a wave so they know the face of the person who like helped them get away.
Oh, what? Okay. We'll do it.
That
So
way,
you-
if you meet them in a later life, then you can have some sway. I don't know.
I'll wave up and say, "I'm coming to get you." And then
Wait, that sounded like a threat. wrong
Shit.
way.
Shit.
The
Opposite.
nobles begin to
Take it back.
scream. So, like,
I'll finish up. Don't worry.
He's gonna kill us! Oh no! Everybody run for your lives! They start diving overboard. No, I'm just joking.
I'll fly back down and say, "I think they got the message. They feel really
Nice.
safe." And then let's spring travel.
Yeah.
You guys are able to
Sweet.
proceed to the Black Spire, and the seal is just there. No one's guarding it. So if you want to travel to Farrington, Castletop, or I think you have to, if I recall. No, yeah, you can ring travel anywhere.
Do we want to go check on our little town? Or do we want to?
Most definitely.
Uh,
Yeah. I like that plan.
Oh,
We do it. Ta-ta!
Okay.
We have to put our rings up, right?
Yeah,
Together, all like Power Rangers.
Yes.
yeah. I'll be hard.
They must unite.
Wind.
Alpha
I don't
being
know.
hard is questionable.
Why? It makes sense. I eat the heart.
Does it?
And the heart had the animal companion. He's a part animal.
Yeah.
Or are you just the animal companion?
You guys go ahead and transfer. A light begins to pulse around you as you use the ring travel. As you do this, you're able to travel. And as you do so, you come into Farrington, except it looks really different as you approach. You guys come into Farrington. It's not quite nightfall yet, but you see that there's a beautiful sunset in the distance. And as you approach the town of Farrington, well, you actually are right out. Actually, that's right. You're going to be right outside the guardhouse. You see that the town has been expanding quite significantly. There used to be a lot of like hut-style structures that have been knocked down, and you see that where the Chandler shop used to be has now been knocked down and expanded, and you see the Genuine Gerald's warehouse has been expanded into several different things. You now see that the huts have been knocked down and several new looking more wooden buildings have been put up, and it seems that a lot of commerce has taken place and it seems to be thriving. The new wall that rings the outside is up with a moat. It's looking quite nice. You see also too that all the fields around used to be like kind of different sorts of like yucca, which is like sort of short trees. The yucca's been cut down and replaced with some sort of like flowering plant.
Speckly colored.
It is. It appears that Sniff. All the fields have been planted with licorice root.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
We're rich.
I wonder who acting mayor is.
I'm gonna
That's
knock
the
on
sheriff.
the
Naked
sheriff's door.
bandit.
You guys come in there. The Sheriff Good is not inside the office where he is, but you see that there are 3 of the naked bandits inside the office.
Where's Winnie?
Yes, sir. Oh, you're back. Yeah, he's next door, and he kind of looks off and making a weird face. Yep, he's right next door in our new processing plant.
Wow. You guys did really good with the place.
Yeah, we did. I think Winnie will have your money if you need it. Like, I think we got a whole cut set aside for you.
Thank you. When I come back, I'm gonna wanna report. I'll ask him for it. I won't burden you guys with that. You guys get back to work and just keep.
Yes, sir. My lord.
Nicely done in there, Sniff. Got a cut and everything.
Guys, we're doing great. I'm gonna walk to the new processing plant.
So you walk next door. It appears to be that they knocked down the chandlery shop and used the wood to build out this long kind of log cabin type of deal. And you see that there's smoke coming out of the chimneys on both sides. And you see as you look inside that there are rows of tables and people grinding up licorice roots as they are just sitting there, like just townsfolk just going to town grinding up this thing, preparing speckle.
Winnie.
Wait a minute. Sniff, you said that you only know how to do that.
I mean, I had to show people how to do it.
Yeah, you showed Winnie, if I recall,
I see,
right?
I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So Winnie's gonna be like, Sniff! Oh my God! How are you doing, sir? It's a pleasure to. It's a pleasure.
I'm doing great. I see that you have been doing well for the city.
We have. We had to do buy-in where we're putting up new plans and everything. Genuine Gerald is on board. We're best of friends now. Funny how making money can make you friends, eh?
I'm happy you guys were able to work that out, like actual.
Oh, I got a chest. I have your cut. And he's gonna turn around and he's gonna retrieve a box from a bag of holding, which you now notice that he has a bag of holding, and as you look at him, you see that his status in the world has quite come up. He now has like what appears to be multiple magical items on him, and he's going to produce a chest that he sits down on the desk.
I'm gonna open it.
Inside, in solid gold bars, is about 5,000 gold.
Oh. Okay. This looks great, Winnie. I was not expecting this when I came back. You guys run into any problems? Anything that we should take care of real quick before we leave?
Yeah, and I would just like to, before I explain some things, I would just like you to look at the money and realize that we did do this side of the operation quite well, but we had some issues, let's say, with a couple of people.
Issues.
Well, a lot of villagers may have started using heavily part of the supply. It kind of became a problem. A lot of them are kind of holed up in the old church now. Including
sort of like a rehab type deal.
Former? No, not like rehab. More like a flop house.
Oh.
We've had to prevent them from stealing from our shipments, including, unfortunately, the sheriff.
Sheriff Good has been okay.
Yeah, kind of the former sheriff, because after he started stealing a lot of speckle, we just stopped to, we weren't here, so, I just, he was stealing, and I just sort of said, I was kind of the other power in the town, so I just sort of said, we're going to stop listening to him, and, I'm just saying, all the families around here that don't indulge in speckle, they're coming up in the world. They got more money, they got more food, they got everything. They're planting crops. They're choosing to do that. We didn't force anybody to plant speckle. We just made it economically worth their while.
I will say that you chose a nicer way of dealing with Sheriff Good than I would have, so I appreciate that.
Well, it's okay. He's really... They've taken to mixing some speckle up and freebasing it, and so he's really slow now, actually.
Oh, you've got a point.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to... It's not like he can run away very fast, to be honest with you. It's like 15 feet of movement speed now.
Alright, well, we may or may not have a solution for them. Doesn't look good on the town having them in the town.
I've managed to kind of isolate them to the church. We were giving them food and, an occasional dose of speckle, so that's why they stayed there.
Alright, I'll go see what's going on over there. You keep doing what you're doing, and I couldn't be prouder.
Oh my God! Thank you. Take your money, please. You and me, we're gonna dominate this world. You have no idea. We're gonna be so filthy fucking rich. Thank you.
Revon is gonna have no clue what hit him. And just before I step out, I'm gonna look back at the townfolk, and I'm gonna be like, "Thank you all for your hard work." Winnie's probably said this plenty. We couldn't have done this without all of you guys.
Gerald will come out and be like, "Yeah! New lords! Woo!" He throws some gold into the street and then just walks back inside.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk up to the party with the chest under my arms and be like, "Yeah, Farrington's doing pretty good."
I can hold on to that for you if you'd like. And I open the bag of holding.
And I'm gonna put it in and I'm gonna be like, "Let's see if a bag of holding can hold 5,000 gold." Bam.
You open the chest and just dump the gold in? That's so chaotic.
No, I dropped the box in.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
It was a chest of holding. They explode. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. No, you're able to put it in the thing. I need to work out the math on that. I'm not going to do it right now, though.
I'm gonna nudge Sniff and be like, "What did you restock? Last battle, you could have used it,
Well, I'll make sure to grab a decent supply before I leave.
There is, if you ask Winnie, as much speckle as you want.
Oh no, don't let Sikes hear you say that.
Like I said, I will grab the necessary amount of speckle before we leave. But we need to go into the church.
Maybe it'll be a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
For Sikes.
We need to go make sure that everything is going okay.
They're
Apparently,
freebasing it.
things haven't been too good.
Yes.
I'd like to quickly hop in to the
My favorite thing is Silver just slowly sliding her character towards the church. Like, she's like, this is not gonna be good. I could just see Chesh. She's like, you're dumb. This is bad. I just see her face. Sorry, go ahead. Well, Alpha?
Well, okay, so is the guy okay? I wanted to head into the inn, because I did remember that there was a bearskin rug, and I wanted to nudge Liv and have her cast mending on it, and then wear the bearskin rug as like a cloak, because the Ashen King is a bear.
Okay. I again, this squid bear joke kind of escapes me. But yeah, absolutely, yeah, it's not a problem. We'll come back to that in a minute. So who's going to the inn and who's going to the thing, or do we all just want to go to one place and the other?
You're muted.
Liv, you're muted.
Well, that really helps. That's why you can't hear me. Liv would like to find some place to set her blood. That's kind of top priority for her. She's kind of ignoring Alpha and his little nudges and stuff. Like, is there still a place in the church for that, or?
There is.
Well,
You can set in the well, or you can set inside the church too.
I think I'll set in the well.
I do think that once the party got into town, Silver would be going into the church about the same time that Sniff would have been having his conversation with Winifred.
And I think I would have followed you looking for that well.
Okay, let's go to the well.
Goro 187
Or not the well. I
appears.
would like to go inside the church.
Portal Sniff. I have not much time. Oh wow. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, sorry. My thing's collapsing, and we have a interesting new chat. Anyways,
wow.
with the interesting. Yeah. So sorry, Roll20 is giving me a little bit of crap while we solve some issues.
Oh no, I'm glitching again.
Yeah, I think all of Roll20 is glitching a little bit. Oh, the camera's glitching? No, you're good.
Yeah. Okay, I was flashing for a bit.
Sorry, we're just having a couple of technical difficulties. Let's go ahead and push forward while that's happening. Yeah, who's going to the church?
I think
I guess we
Silver
go.
was saying that while I was talking to Winnie, she was going towards the church.
Yeah.
And I think
That'd
Liv
be
and
correct.
Savannah followed as well. If I heard Liv right.
Who is this?
Not muted
Interesting.
that time.
Oh, Gora. Okay, cool. All right, sorry, I apologize. I think we got the situation fixed. Yeah. So, is everybody going to the church, or just people staying away?
Well, I think
I'll go to the
Silver-
church.
I think Silver was saying that he gets there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
while everyone's just talking to him.
That's exactly right. So, Silver, you easily come to the door of the church, and as you do so, you see inside, and I apologize that some of my stuff doesn't help, you walk inside and see that the church has been dilapidated. They're not really, there's maybe like a dozen people inside the church in different states. They've moved over the benches and created impromptu beds. They've not been necessarily, there's like a pile of discarded, like waste, like filth and stuff inside the church. You see that there are several children running around helping what appears to be I am the which never was but always is unto itself that which shouldn't be put clearly is a possibility. Jack. Okay, well, new things for Twitch. Anyways, as we're fixing a couple of some stuff as you're sitting there, you see that they are kind of just laying in bed. they're suffering from multiple loss of exhaustion levels, so they're almost like 3 or 4 points. Several of them look close to death. If they lose another point of exhaustion, they'll die. And it appears that they're all kind of just strung out, half asleep. And it appears that 2 children are running around for 2 separate parents in the corner. And you see that the 3 sheriffs are in there as well. Sheriff Good is just laying on his side.
Hi.
Yeah, it's just a
Church
kind of...
isn't quite what it used to be.
Yeah.
No, and I thought Jacob and Garlic Boy would be here. Truth be told,
Perhaps they're in another part of the city.
I think so.
They could also be at Castle Top, theoretically.
Oh, well, let's go get that sheriff up. Find out what's happening around here. Go try to pick up the sheriff. Kind of nudge him with my foot.
Just... Oh, go away. He rolls over. Just go away. I don't want to talk to you.
How are
He,
things
like-
going here?
You got any speckle?
And then I'll like look at my pockets.
He gets up.
Fresh out.
Unless any of you got speckle, you get out of here now. Fucking assholes. Ruining everything. You know that. Everything was fine before you came, you pieces of... He leans down and vomits into the corner. Then scooches down, like literally like almost like just a foot away from his own vomit, and then lays back down.
We may have to set up a rehab facility. This looks real bad.
This is what Sikes has in his future, eh?
Not if we can stop him.
I don't know that we have the greater restorations for this.
Was that the only cure we're aware of?
I mean, I can try the lesser restoration, but I don't know that it's gonna help with... You see how sunken their eyes are, Savannah? It's gonna be tough getting them back from that without high-level magic.
Oh no.
I mean, it can be done with mundane rehabilitation, but you can only put someone in rehab for so long until they want to leave, if they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And for Sikes, I don't think he wants to stop taking speckle.
Maybe we can find another herb that like counteracts the, I don't know, like nullifies it.
I
We need to get some
wonder-
scientists on this.
I wonder
That
if
for our
we
production.
I wonder if we can't convince them to drink licorice tea and have it be a placebo effect. It would be the same ingredient that they would use for speckle, but in a different manner.
Would it not still have a similar effect?
I don't know what Sniff does with this. I don't know how Sniff makes the speckle, so it's hard to say. But I know licorice root tea can be a boon for many illnesses.
We should try and brew a big pot then. It won't hurt, I guess.
Can hurt. But I don't know that Sniff will take kindly to that, since, you know, this
Well, I mean-
is...
This doesn't look good for him either.
maybe he should see it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna be a rude awakening, but maybe that's what he needs. It's hard to say.
Are we trying to stop the production of speckle in Barrington, then?
No, just stop the negative effects of it.
Just not in our town.
Yeah.
Okay, just clarify.
Well, if we make the cure and have it be accessible.
Yeah.
To those.
Then they can
that
buy even more.
afford
It'll.
it.
You
No,
know,
we can
that's
give
what
the cure
people
to
say.
everyone.
Oh, okay, okay.
As soon as they invented methadone, they were just like, sell all the heroin. It should be illegal. It should be legal. Sorry, I apologize.
Because then they'll buy more speckle if they're not dying. So.
Like a banana bag.
It's
There was
a
actually-
difficult thing to navigate.
There was actually a graduate of one of our fellowship programs who went to Las Vegas and set up the banana bag truck, where there's a bus that drives around and picks you up on the strip and puts a banana bag in you, and then so you can like get hydrated and then go back out and keep gambling. So that was a real fun PR nightmare. Anyways,
And as much as I want to stop the production of speckle here, I know it's not about to happen. And I'm trying to learn how to pick my battles.
So let's just establish real quick who's where. So Savannah, Liv, and Silver are in the church, correct? Alpha, where are you?
So I need a cleric. So I was going to follow him into the church.
Yeah, you're with them. So Sikes and Sniff are near the center of the town area too. So wow, we were having real trouble.
We can head.
We're having real.
Start heading towards the church to go get eyes on what sheriff or what Winnie was telling me about.
I go along right behind Sniff.
All right, yeah. As you do that, you're able to just try to stop scoping in. I think it must be something's going on. Anyways. All right, yeah. As you're sitting there, you're able to head on over. Do you guys meet back up center town or by the front of the church?
I'd say I'd probably just be walking in because
Yeah.
Winnie told me what was happening.
Yeah, and I think Silver's gonna try to do his best to like try to clean up the church a little bit, clean up the cobwebs, try to clean up some of the refuse. He's used to this.
It's not that difficult, mostly because you can tell that these people are having a hard time with their exhaustion moving very fast or around. So it's like a lot of like lazy, not lazy obviously, but like dropped stuff everywhere. It's just like, it's a trap house and you're just able to pick up a lot of things and start really moving around. Sniff, you come into this situation with Silver cleaning up and you see the 3 former sheriffs in the corner, the sheriff and his 2 deputies kind of laying there. You see a family. Clearly there's at least 5 people in the village that have become excessive users.
So they've already reached this point. Wow. Okay.
Is this intended?
I mean, when used excessively, it's kind of what happens. This isn't kind of... If you use it moderately, you will never get to this point.
Is Sikes with you?
He's shortly behind.
You might want to see this.
A warning of such.
Alright, see these guys who just got a little bit too much in their system. And then Sikes.
It'll never be you.
Yeah, Sikes will see this horror before him and he will drop to his knees.
Oh no.
What? Is this what happens to people who take speckle? And he'll look to Sniff.
This is what happens if you take too much excessively. From the looks of it, they've been using it whenever they had the free time.
Sniff, I thought this is a recreational drug. I thought this was just something that you just take and it'd be fine.
In
What?
moderation, it's fine.
I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to go out of moderation, Sniff. It's addicting.
And you have me to make sure that you only use it in moderation.
Well, I don't know about this Sniff anymore. Sikes is like rock to his core right now.
Can we check Sikes' pockets? Like walk up to him and like pat him down? Like did he already take some from the facility?
I don't think I didn't say I did.
Okay, good.
With it in abundance, with speckle and licorice root mostly in abundance. Back when I had almost unlimited access to licorice root, I would make various things with licorice, and it wouldn't give me the effects of the drug, but it was like before bed, eat a licorice cookie and you get the same taste but not the same feel. You know what I'm saying?
So we gotta bake some cookies for them? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we don't have to make some cookies, but they could be cookies, tea.
Oh.
Who here has eaten raw
They could just
licorice
eat-
root?
They could eat the licorice root. The root itself isn't so much the bad part, it's the processing and how you go about making the speckle.
I'm gonna like share not an I told you so glance at Savannah, but just like this is kind of what I was talking about kind of look.
I'll be like, we should get on it then.
Sniff is gonna go outside, pick up like a small piece of licorice root, like about yay big, and just toss at the sheriff and tell him to chew on this.
I will start making some tea.
Make a medicine check, Silver.
Yeah, absolutely. I took proficiency in this baby.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself before doing it. And yes,
Make some medicinal tea.
absolutely. Yikes. All right. So I'm also going to use a thingy.
Guidance too, right?
Yeah, it's guidance and my knowledge from a past life, which is a
sweet.
D6. So I'm gonna get a D4 from guidance and a D6 from that. So that.
18.
Yeah, I was
Helps
like,
a lot.
math is hard. I'm going to art school, not math school. So that's been my joke all week. I'm glad it's still getting laughs.
A D6. So what is that total?
18.
18. Yeah, you're able to make a very, very power licorice tea, and as you sip it, I mean, the sheriff's kind of rude about it. He almost knocks you over to start sipping it, and you see that everyone in the room will start coming for you, but they're very slow. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20 bowling over his own child.
Yeah, like by the time they get to the altar where I'm like making this tea, I'm gonna have like 1 cup, like just cups already like poured out and made.
Yeah, you'll have to stop them from grabbing each other, but it's not that difficult. They're all pretty weak, so it's pretty easy to manhandle them. But yeah, they'll drink the tea. And they won't get better, but they'll look slightly okay. And they'll all kind of like, it's almost like so like a thing that people say on, especially on stuff like methadone and things, is that like when they actually do take it, it eases the craving especially, but a lot of them just kind of fall asleep immediately because like, because it takes the edge off that thing, they just sort of, so they all kind of plop down hard for a nap.
Does that help their exhaustion levels a little bit?
As they're like going up to get the tea, I'm gonna like tell them like, you guys need to make sure that you are drinking or eating licorice root on the daily. Whenever you get a hard urge, only use it when it's necessary. This is meant to be a performance booster, not a crutch.
Not a one of them is listening because they're all asleep.
Okay. I'll tell this to Winnie to start giving them tea
He's got
and hard root.
Assign a like nurse bandit or whatever.
I'll try to see where Jacob is, Sniff, and maybe he can take care of these people since...
I'll go talk to Winnie, see if he's seen him, and I'll let
Make
you know.
me, Winnie will let you know that Jacob is at Castle Top.
Okay. Yeah, he said Jacob is at Castle Top. The road should be done by now, so it should be an easy travel to get there.
Very well. I will go see how Jacob and our dragon friend are doing. When do we set out for the north?
I say we try and settle things here for like a day or two and then head out.
How much time do we have before the ball?
So, you know that you could take an extended rest here if you would like.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Because and then you have time to travel afterwards too. So if you want to take some time to do a full extended rest and get 10 points back on sanity, you can. You can also take each of you can take up a project if you would like. So if you want to just go ahead and go through this process right now as you're here, you can.
Yeah, Sniff is going to spearhead the recovery center.
Yeah, and Silver is gonna head to Castle Top and like check on Jacob, as well
as you approach Castle Top, you're gonna see that Castle Top Silver has become a home for a lot of different people, specifically those who have sort of fled Farrington a little bit. Jacob is there, and you also see the Chandler whose shop was torn down, like he's there as well, and he has kind of cast magic to seal most of Castle Top with wax.
Silver's just gonna like get over the shop for a moment, and call out. It's me. What's going on?
Jacob will come down and he'll pop open, like you'll see the matte wax will melt off a window, and Jacob will poke his head out. Silver?
It's me. What's going on?
We're just hiding from like the fucking bandits and fucking all this. Are you guys back?
For a 10-day.
Okay.
Let me in and tell me what's going on.
You promise you won't like force anyone to go back?
I promise.
Okay, so they'll let you inside into Castle Top, and as they do so, you see that a lot of people that were inside of Castle Top are there. You see that there's a lot of people that are just afraid that the bandits took over, and there's also people that are just sort of let me just put up a Castle Top image here. Oop. So as you're sitting there, you see that inside Castle Top, there's obviously the heads, like all the people that were turned into creatures previously at Castle Top. They're still there, but there's also like maybe 6 or 7 villagers that have kind of fled the village where their homes were destroyed to make way for the production centers and things like that, where they were moved out of the wares, or people that didn't want to grow licorice, and they're gonna complain bitterly to you, Silver, about Winifred.
Well, slow down. Tell me what happened.
So they're going to claim that Genuine Gerald wasn't moving excess yucca because it was...
I do not hear Jack.
Oh, me?
Is it me?
You don't hear me?
Oh, I didn't hear you for a hot second. No.
No. Okay. But everybody can hear me, right?
Yep,
all right. Cool.
I can.
Yeah. So the issue is going to be that he's going to say that because of the production of Speckle, it's pushed out classic production. So anyone that didn't want to do start growing licorice couldn't compete in the existing market, and so they got mad that they were being essentially forced to change out their existing crops for production, and especially people like that owned the mill for the yucca stuff, and they all just, you know, they left. The chandler space was bought out from under him because he wasn't selling enough candles, and they started production. So it's more economically that they got pushed out, and they are upset. And Jacob is up here too because he got pissed off at them, or like it's hard to tell.
I understand why you're upset. And while I can talk to Sniff and Winifred, my words don't mean much in the grand scheme of things.
Well, that's not super... Sorry. That's not super helpful. Look, we can stay up here for a while longer, but, like, you gotta realize that, like, you know, the village isn't the same anymore. Like, they just turned it into this fucking drug production. Like, there's so much crime now. Like, people were like, I got stabbed by the sheriff when he was trying to because he thought I had speckle.
Well, when I left, Sniff was spearheading the rehabilitation direction. So hopefully, when I tell Sniff what has occurred, he will help root out the problem of crime and the addiction problem. We have use now for the root of licorice. It can make a healing tea. I've even had licorice candy at one point. It's highly bitter. But...
Do you think that's gonna solve the issue? I mean, do you think people are gonna just take the tea and get off the drugs? No, they're not gonna do that. That's not how it's gonna happen. We gotta destroy the drugs.
While I agree with you, sometimes you have to fight with kindness. It's not an easy thing to do. It isn't. In fact, I think being a cleric is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Way back when, Jesus, Karina. He's gonna look at you and he's gonna be like, isn't being a werewolf bad? You helped me see that. So why isn't taking speckle bad? It's the same thing. You're just getting power and being out of control. Like, drugs are bad, okay? Sorry.
But what if I told you that Sniff, who is a regular but controlled user, has done so much good for Farrington? Swords are just as equally bad.
I don't understand why you're taking the moral argument and pushing it off into the other oh my god, wow, Savannah's camera is literally like a disco ball. No, it's fine now. It was doing something for a second, but anyways, if we're gonna push the moral argument out to this edge, you know, I think it comes down to more of a certain question, doesn't it? Because, like, these drugs have hurt people, and we're selling them all over the place to other places that it's going to hurt more people. And I just don't understand, like, why would we fight with kindness? Lead them? Like, yeah, you can save the people in Farrington, but they're shipping like like 5,000 or 10,000 gold worth of this stuff out to other places that aren't going to have your rehab center. Like the cost of rehabbing these issues is going to way outweigh the cost of selling it. So like you're just destroying everywhere else to enrich this one area. I feel like you're gonna kill me, Silver. I love you. I'm so sorry. No, like Karina. Sorry, Chesh. Jesus.
I was like, now who are you talking to? Pardon?
I have no idea. I'm losing my mind. We need to take a break. I'll let you think about that. We're all gonna take a break here real quick. It's 9:57, so we'll be back in about 15 minutes. We will be back. It is 9:57. We'll be back at 10:15. Thank you guys for listening to the Pen and Paper Pod. Head over to our Discord. Check out our link tree. Check out our Twitter. Pen and Paper Pod. Everybody check out that, and we'll see you back in 15. Hello and welcome back to the Pen and Paper Pod, everyone. We are back in the village of Farrington, where our people are currently taking an extended rest. Just for those new to kind of the setup, an extended rest in this world allows them to regain their sanity. You'll see the sanity scores at the bottom of the screen. Sikes has 30, Silver has 64, Sniff has 45 every time. Savannah has 39, Liv has 50, and Alpha has 50. Every time they die, they lose 10, and if they take a single extended rest, they regain 10. So as you guys are going to go over the time of the week, Silver's going to come back to town. Time is going to begin to pass. What is everybody up to? Keeping in mind that the party now has 5,000 gold if you wanted to make a shopping trip or anything along those lines, but there are going to be a couple events that happen during your extended rest as well. So what's everybody getting up to or chilling while they're trying to regain that mental stability?
I'm going to continue my philosophical conversation with Jacob and sort of explain to him that being a werewolf to Silver is bad, and try to see that, or try to help Jacob see that, like, Jacob had an advocate when he was a werewolf, despite so many despite Sniff's guns being trained on him. And now Alpha is in that same position where Silver is always watching Alpha to make sure that, like, no danger is going to happen to the party or innocent people. And so therefore, like, Silver is also, like, trying to be Alpha's advocate as well as the advocate for the addicts in Farrington.
I don't have a problem with addiction or the addicts, but, like, they would get better if the material went away. This is where, werewolfism is different, because werewolfism spreads in between people. Sorry, I don't know why he's getting southern. He needs to go low. Low, like this. I'm a little boy. Hey. Hi, I'm a little boy. I gotta make a philosophical argument like this. Anyways, as he's sitting there, he's werewolfism is an idea, a concept that spreads like a disease. I think drugs are worse because it's still, to have it, you have to have the physical third-party object of the drugs itself. So my thought process is, it's not like dealing with the addicts. I'm happy however you want to deal with the addicts, Silver, but you can't decomplicate the argument by talking about the existence of the drugs. He's spreading the drugs. He's spreading werewolfism. That's something you gotta stop, and we stop that by destroying the drugs.
Silver is going to then pull out a bottle of wine from his pack.
It's a rough episode for Silver, isn't it? Sorry.
And he's going to ask how Jacob feels about alcohol.
He'll, like, wiggle his fingers for you to give him a glass.
Aren't you, like, 12?
Isn't this Revon?
I'm not giving you alcohol.
Fine. Well, why wouldn't you give me alcohol? Because you don't trust my ability to use it. And I think that holds up in the context of drugs as well, because if you really think about it, we don't trust anybody else to use it because they're addicts. So you should resist and keep them from it. And the only way to do that, because they're going to go out and murder people to get it, you got to get rid of the substance itself. Wham bam, thank you bam. Sir. Can I be honest? Silver, make a insight check.
Sure. That is a 9.
Jacob is not capable of making these arguments. It appears to you that he is taking arguments he's heard somewhere else and just reiterating them to you. Even the terminology he's using is different than he would typically use.
have you been speaking to?
Well, I've been with the Chandler, and he's been helping protect us up here, because Winifred came up and he waxed over the mansion.
And what did Winifred want?
Winifred just wanted the people to come back to town and plant licorice.
Now, licorice has more than 5 other uses than speckle.
That's true, but let's be honest, the reason people are paying for it is to make it into speckle.
But once I talk to Sniff, we will be making tea.
They're still going to be
amongst
making...
other things.
You know they're still going to be making speckle.
Much like people make wine from grapes.
This is okay. Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Oh, your insight is +6. That was a 3 on the die. Jesus. Sorry, Chesh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That is an 18 persuasion.
That is with a -1. That is impressive. That was a 19 on the die. That is good. He's gonna sit there and be like, I guess I'd really like some wine. Can you give me some wine?
No.
Damn. Chandler always lets me have wine.
Well, Chandler is making you an alcoholic.
Well, look, I'm just saying, I feel like you... Fine. You want us to come back to town? I'll come back with whoever will go back with us. But just, you know...
If you don't want to go back, I promised I wasn't going to make you go back.
Yeah, but I trust you. And you're saying it's okay, right?
Do you trust yourself?
To not use speckle? Yeah, 100%. It looks pretty dumb.
Then it sounds like you're fine.
It's not that I'm fine, it's that there's going to be a lot of people that aren't. No offense, I was a werewolf. I know the arc of watching other people deal with this feels pretty similar to me. And I had to claw my way out of it, and you helped me with that. If you're saying it's not
the best person to be their advocate. You are the best person to help them.
Okay, that's a little gaslighty. No, I'm just joking. He doesn't say that, sorry. I apologize. Fine. It's an 18 persuasion. Yeah, he'll go back with you. Or at least he wants to go get involved. Like, he's not going to not get involved in this situation. So, if you want to, Silver, you can leave the manor, and him and about 2 or 3 other people will come back with you.
Sure. And then what I'm gonna do to sort of help the addicts recover is I'm gonna give them something like very repetitive to do. And I'm going to assign them like sewing. For reasons.
Yeah, you're able to do that. What are other people doing with their extended rest?
I think I'm going to talk to the new townsfolk and see if I can gather any more information, if anyone's seen or heard of Rose. Just like chatting to the folks.
It's probably been... So you know that Rose was probably in Castletop more than 20 years ago. So information's thin on the ground, but go ahead.
It's more like the refugees that have come to Farrington. I'm not at Castletop. I'm just in the town.
Yeah,
so just if anyone had...
Yeah.
It's a long shot, but we're just discussing the the organization that she's in and stuff.
What role would you like to do this? Would you like to attempt to... I'm trying to figure out what... Because I agree, it's just like you're trying to gather information.
Yeah, just spending every night in the pub, like seeing who's there, walking in the gardens, talking to the farmers, just any information I could gather.
If you're willing, I think too. There's a couple of things here. I think you can make a check. Hold on 1 second. I think you can make a check. I think it's be charisma to do the check. But okay. I think you can also spend a little bit of gold if you'd want to on them to try to get them to lower the DC.
Yeah. I'll toss the gold here and there in a friendly sort of way. Get the...
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a charisma check.
Oh, it is a dirty 20.
It's a okay. You will hear that. You heard that after Castletop, there's a person that you're going to come upon, and there's going to be like this shady guy in the bar, and he'll be like, "Hey, if you got 5 gold, I may be able to point you in the general direction."
Yeah. I'll toss him 5 gold.
You give him 5 gold, and he's like, "As best I can tell, she went south after Castletop. She went to Necropolia for a bit, and as I take it, things didn't work out there, and then she took her little ears south past the bone wall."
Can I insight check on him telling the truth?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or just swindling me for money?
It's a possibility.
I think I fixed it, so it should go through this time, too. 23.
All true.
All right, so she went south and then past the bone wall was the last he heard of her?
You get the vibe he's repeating rumors to you, though. I'll say that. But as far as this person you are looking out, you can ask for more information, too. He's very open.
And where did you hear this information?
I knew Rose when she was at Castletop. And, like I said, and he's got he's kind of a little, he's like hunched over, he's drinking at the bar. Like I said, we were at the orphanage together. We were both Outlanders, helped us there for a bit, but it went south, and I went to, everything went south over here, we all went to Necropolia, so I ran into her a couple times there. Then heard tell that she went south, so I definitely know that she went to Necropolia. She was doing better than me there. But eventually she went south. Don't know why.
How was she when you knew her? What was she like? Describe her in 3 verbs or adjectives.
She's a hell of a dangerous cat, if you take my meaning.
Takes after her mum.
No, I'd rather tangle with you than her, to be entirely honest with you. No offense.
Understood. I'll give him an extra gold and thank him for his time.
You mind asking? I'd give you the gold back if you'd tell me what you'd be interested in her for.
Buy yourself an extra pint tonight, sir. I'm gonna walk away from him.
He'll toss it across the bar and drink. While you're in there, Savannah, you will see that across from the bar, oh my god damn it, I am having really bad Roll20 issues tonight. Anyways, so you'll see across from the bar there is in the corner the hooded Nagpa Gizzard. He's just sitting there drinking. He hasn't controlled the person there. He's just sitting there, and there's only really 2 or 3 other people in the bar, and they're all giving him a wide berth. You can approach, or you can go get your other fellows.
I I will definitely not approach. I'll go tell Silver, because I believe Silver has the letter.
I think Silver did take it, yes.
So next time I see Silver, because I think Silver was coming back from Castle Gothica, so it could be.
Silver's back for the
she's back?
context
Okay.
of this. Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. I'll go tell him right away. I'll be like, I know a delivery location if you still have that parchment of paper. There's a certain squawking fellow in the tavern.
Them smiting words.
A promise is a promise. He's not causing any trouble, is he?
No, not that I could see.
Good enough.
He's taken up a couple extra seats than he should be, though, but that may not be entirely his fault.
He's a big guy.
More like no one wants to sit next to him, but yes.
Silver will walk in the bar, and sort of he's not gonna hand it to Gizzard, but he's gonna put the letter on the table.
What's that? Is everybody else going, or is it just Savannah and Silver there? Just
I'll
Savannah and
also
Silver?
go in.
Well, it's
I wanted to check it out.
No, hold on, Alpha. It's up to Savannah and Silver if they went and got anyone else.
I would probably ask Silver, like, do you want backup? Should we get backup? Do you need me to go with you? If you want to do it solo, I'm okay with that. But I will come with you if you need me.
There's no need. I'm just gonna tell him that it's from the Ashen King and then walk away.
I'm gonna be peeking through a window, but not in there with her. Or him, sorry. And I will watch to see if he needs assistance, but not be in the building.
This is a letter for you, your companion, and your deity.
Yeah, writing letters now. What is this? Come, Sid. I was here to talk to you as well as something else.
A half-elf named Ash gave this to me to give it to you.
He stops, just stops in mid-thing, and his whole bird head turns in mid-things as he looks at you. You spoke with him.
He didn't give us a choice. He was gonna talk at us, or we were gonna talk with him.
To be honest, I'm kind of surprised you're alive.
It's not the first time I have tangled with a personality like that.
And he doesn't accept the letter when you set it. Do you set it on the bar to hand it towards him?
I put it in front of him.
He's gonna look at the letter and he's be like, was there a particular person I was supposed to deliver this to, or is this for me?
I was supposed to deliver it to you.
And I assume I am the delivery messenger to our Lord.
I have not read the letter. I do not know its contents. I imagine it's some threat to meet up at a place so he can kill you, is my guess.
I'm gonna turn it over. It appears to be addressed to someone else. He rolls it over, and you can see that as he touches the letter, script will begin to appear across it. Would you like to try to read it?
What language is it in?
That's a fantastic question. Hold on.
Because, I can try, but I know 3 languages. And so far, Revon has not used, much of them.
It is... Okay, yeah. No, it just says common, a toss to the top as it appears in his hand. And it says, It's just it's not, it doesn't seem to be a word. It just says it's how's it's 5 letters. SCREE.
I'm gonna just watch Izzard and see what his like general expression slash vibe is when he reads those letters.
He's not gonna read it. He's gonna set it down. I shall deliver this. He's gonna turn to you. Did he look like it was a trap, or this is not for me?
He only said I should deliver this to you.
Oh shit. Have you ever seen a bird shit itself? Because it kind of looks like that.
You seem troubled.
The fact you're not troubled just indicates to me that I have overestimated your mental capacities. You hear tell about the Ashen King throughout these lands, and you suspect him to be that person, correct? You said it. You said Ashen King a minute ago. And yet, you were unconcerned about the fact that he gave you a task?
We made a deal. I honor deals.
Convenient. If that's the case, then I might have a deal for you.
It depends if I agree to it or not.
It's a deal. We have to agree to it. Half the time I just force you to do things, but this is actually a deal. For once. And he holds up the letter. The situation seems to be escalating. He's going to slip the letter into his cloak. I have an object necessary for the death of Count Ezra. Without it, you cannot kill him.
Can I do insight check from when I'm not even there? But
You're
I'm
not
listening?
there. You are not there. You chose not to go.
No,
So
but I
we
chose
are-
to be in the window listening.
Did you choose to be in the window
Yeah,
listening?
I did. I
She
said.
did.
Yeah, I
She did.
said that.
All right,
She's
sure.
peeking in and watching
Sure.
and listening and stuff.
The little cat ears above the door. I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
go ahead and
through a
roll
window,
insight.
but yeah.
Roll insight.
Oh, 23.
Ooh. What are you wondering about him?
Hell yeah.
Does the object really need? Do we need to kill Ezra? Like, is the object that he has actually necessary?
As far as he knows, yes.
Okay.
What is it? This
Well,
object.
I would ask you just an honest question. And he's gonna lean into his robes, and he's gonna pull out a bloody steak that he'll set down on the bar. Silver, you recognize this steak.
You're telling me that he can only be killed with the thing that killed him first.
Ooh.
Yep. That seems to be the take of it. It's been the Ashen King's take to pull people from other realities and leave the objects necessary for their final deaths in the other realities. It's quite clever, if you really think about it. He's basically been immortal here forever without this object here. You need this. I'm gonna give it to you, so I'm just gonna ask that you answer a couple questions honestly for me, if that's okay. I was here to give it to you anyway, so I suppose you could say no. But I think we're past that point, because shit's about to get real goddamn real in this town, or, well, this world.
Savannah, you see that Silver looks like very sickened by this object. But he slowly takes it and puts it away.
Are you gonna listen to me first? Because I suppose I, Gizzard the person, could just take this, leave you in lurch. You have to go track down the Loop Guru or something. I don't know. Fucking do whatever the fuck you guys are gonna do. I want you to answer these questions. Are you willing to do that?
I will do what I can.
I think Savannah, seeing Silver in distress, like perks up a little bit, like on the ready. Not that it'll matter, but just like, still got your back. Still outside the window, but
he'll pass the steak to you across the bar, and then he'll say, "You talked to Ash, so that means he must have told you a little bit about why he's doing what he's doing. Has it changed your mission as a group to kill the... Sorry. Has it changed your mission as a group to kill the cardinal beasts?"
Not necessarily, no.
What did he tell you then? Did he tell you that my master wants to return this world to its proper order and have it die as many more of it has before?
He did say that, yes.
Does this bother you?
Yes, it does.
So you would, if this was true, seek to stop it?
We have also learned that there are outside forces feeding on the buildup of joy that Revon has.
This is true.
Our goal that if we kill the cardinal beast, joy will come back, and if I'm reading my group properly, which I could be reading them incorrectly, but they can act like a bunch of bastards, but they want people to have fun just as much as
before
might.
you say that, I want to say, Savannah, for the purposes of making this easy, you can hear some of this conversation. Because through a window, I'm just gonna drop that if that's okay, Silver.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Silver's not wanting to be secret about this.
No, yeah, Savannah's like nodding as Silver's speaking, like, yeah, we want joy.
So, it is our goal, after the cardinal beasts are dead, to maybe kill the eldritch beings feeding on the joy.
I don't... Good plan. Make an insight check.
Sure. Let's see if I can roll well in something that I have fucking proficiency in.
That's true, yeah.
You said insight?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna use knowledge from a past life, which is a d6. That's 12 total. It's not great.
No, but you have a memory of a nagpaw that you remember, and the way his jowls are chortling, you think that he does not think it is a good plan for you. He thinks it's a good plan for him. He thinks it's funny.
I take it you've never had Outlanders say things like that.
No, we have. Just most die fighting the cardinal beast, so... Sorry. Most die fighting the cardinal beast, so it's never been really a big concern, to be entirely honest with you, so... You guys are different. You have basically the best track record of anyone in the history of Outlanders, so... Good luck. I do hope you kill Ezra.
I wish I didn't have to.
He stands up. He's gonna look down at the steak and then look back up towards you, and he's like, as one that has made sacrifices for my master, I understand, and I am sorry. If you tell anyone I'm sorry, I'll call you a liar. And he turns his back and starts to walk out of the bar.
Wait, repeat that one more time, Jack.
He said, as one that has made similar decisions for his master, or been forced to, he is sorry. And then he said, but if you tell anyone that, I'll call you a liar.
Fair enough.
And he leaves. And he like pushes Savannah out of the way as he leaves and then teleports. Casts teleport and he'll be gone.
Rude. Freaking beak man.
It was rude.
After I only say this after he teleports away.
Yeah.
For clarification.
Yeah. So yeah. What else are people doing in town?
I think Silver is gonna pour himself a glass and I don't know, have like a good sad cry at the table.
Yeah.
I think if he allows it, Savannah will join him.
I don't think he's in a place to stop you.
Gotcha.
No.
It'll be like a silent solidarity cry drink. Bonding moment.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to go down. So Savannah, Sniff. Oh, what are other people doing during their extended rest?
I want to talk to Winnie.
Yeah. You can find him pretty much every day during the thing. He's in his room just plugging away. So you come in, he's like, "Ah, sir, how are you? How are you doing? It's just a pleasure to see you. I really hey, how are you?"
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Listen, we're gonna have to make some adjustments here. So I took a visit to the church, and we need to start sending. We're gonna start off by making either licorice tea bags or licorice candy. Doesn't take nearly as much, so it's not going to make a dent in production for the speckle. But we're going to send it with the speckle and tell people. We have to make sure that we're telling them that use it in moderation and use the tea to help kind of ease the effects. Because we want speckle to blow up, but we don't want it to get a super bad rap right out the gate.
Right. So use it in moderation, and he like takes a exaggerated wink at you. Moderation.
In moderation, yes. No winking. In moderation.
Wait.
And make sure that we're giving them the tea. It's only going to increase profits. You can charge more for
the tea. No one's gonna buy the tea bags, though. People are just gonna. If you can buy the tea bag, you're gonna buy the speckle. You know, like what's
They
what are we
have to
doing?
buy both. They have to buy both.
Wait, they have to buy a tea bag as well. You're just gonna increase the price of speckle all across the board.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, we're gonna lose money.
We're gonna lose money if they have to buy more?
No, if they have to buy the tea at the same time, it costs more money to buy speckle, thus less people will buy speckle.
With the way that speckle has been going, I don't think they're gonna want to stop buying it.
All right,
and who else is making speckle as a competition?
Well, at some point they're gonna try. We're gonna start getting people in here that are gonna try to figure it out. Let's just be realistic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then we do something about that. Even if we don't include the tea, we would still have competition eventually. At least this way, we're showing that we're trying to help at the same time.
Wouldn't it be better to just, not tell people that we're selling this and just kind of keep it secretive here, move the product? I mean, we're not really telling people we're moving it in barrels. It's sort of secretive. We're drug dealers here, right? Like, do we care?
It's gonna stay secretive. They're just gonna get additional stuff with it.
Sure. Bags of licorice. You know what? I will put in 500 of my own gold here and now, and we'll use that 500 gold, and I'll just put a free bag of tea on the next 1,000 licorice orders, or sorry, the next 1,000 orders. How's that sound?
1 bag for all 1,000 orders.
Yeah.
I mean, this way they'll start getting the tea and they'll understand that they still get the same feeling, and then they can, have the speckle when they really need it.
Yeah, it'll totally work out that way. Wink.
Oh. We're trying to make Farrington as big as possible.
Yeah, this is kind of going to be in that way, like we need to build up things here, get more people in here, defend it, kind of take over our empire, maybe put some heads on the spikes, get them outside of town, that kind of thing, just sorry, I've been running it a lot, man, and there's been a lot of opposition, a lot of stuff, we had attacks, your knights were running all over the place, thank God for them, but if we hadn't given them boosts to speckle, those knights wouldn't have been able to cover all the issues.
And that's what we need to start doing. We need to start showing that speckle can be used, let's say, in armies.
Oh, get it into the army scene. You know what? We could do big orders. We could ship it off to Necropolia, ship it off to Corpsica. They could fight each other with speckle. Oh, no, I love this. You're right. You're a genius. You are a genius. I should have never doubted you. I'm so sorry.
The bigwigs aren't going to take it if there's only negatives. They need to see that the tea helps with the positives.
Right. It's how we sell it. No, I get it. Right.
Okay, so tea, candies, cookies, anything that licorice can be put into.
Licorice across the board. Here's your licorice elements. Wink.
Yes. They can even eat just the root itself.
Oh yeah. We could sell by the pound. Yeah, 100%. That'd be great.
The cheapest way of doing it.
Yeah, I will say we're gonna have a production issue eventually, as it takes 3 years for licorice to develop. By the way, I didn't know that when we started using licorice as the base for this. By the way, apparently growing licorice is an insane, intensive process. Which fuck reality, because I didn't know that. I did it. If you go in Wikipedia licorice, it takes 3 years for a licorice plant to develop to be mature. So shit.
That is new.
Anyways. Yeah, right?
That is interesting news.
Yeah, so he's we're long-term payoffs, but we'll get it done, It's all good. You got it, boss.
Okay. I'm going to go talk to the others. We're going to have some projects coming up, so we're really going to need to, get the money flowing in order to get things done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What are other people doing as Sniff's doing this? So I think we've done Sikes, Alpha, Liv. What are you guys doing?
No. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go actually check out the town's defenses, find the centaurs that are supposed to be guarding, and just kind of catch up on how everything has been going.
It's only 4 of them now. One of them died.
Ooh.
They're going to say it's a lot better because Winifred hired a bunch of guards with his process from the speckle. Okay. And as that's happening, he's going to say that one of them died of speckle overdose.
Oh. Have there been any attacks now that the bandits have come clean and are working with the town? Is there a power vacuum? Do we need to worry about any other
We had a
groups?
monster issue for a bit, and we handled it. It's all good now. So, no issues now. There was some raids where Gerald's carts were getting raided by the Chandler, who was upset at Castle Top. So we probably maybe need to eventually clear him out. But outside of that, it's all gravy.
Okay, I'll spend the rest of my time just hanging out with them, drinking, and just kind of
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the town from afar.
As this is happening to Savannah and who's in the bar at this time? Silver and Savannah. We're just gonna say it's pretty close to when you guys were there together. If anyone else wants to be there as well, Alora is actually going to appear in the bar. She's gonna look around. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? Cool. Nice town you got here. She's gonna go to the bar and order a glass of wine.
Me and Silver are still in our feels in the corner, so we just like wipe a little bit of tears. Like we're not in a position to have this conversation.
I can take a room for the night and come back later if you guys need it. Like clearly some like jazz is happening here and I don't want my mess to be on top of that. You guys good? You want me to come back later?
We'll see you in the morning.
Perfect. See ya. She's gonna grab a bottle of wine and go rent a room. It's pretty respectful, honestly, all things considered. She's just like, she like walks in, wants to talk to you guys. Clearly there's a vibe going on, and she's like, let's come back later.
Maybe that's just how we make everyone be nice to us, is we just cry a whole lot.
That may be my strategy in real life, so.
Your DM, I can't personally take people crying in front of me, so like, to be honest with you, that's not a bad strategy. Anyways, yeah, what do you guys do? You guys tell anyone else? What do you want? Who else is doing what?
Liv's gonna be kind of on the outskirts of town for the most part. She's hanging out in the forest. She's got her journal where she's documenting all the trees and all the forest animals, trying to learn the landscape of Revon. She started last time. So, and every day she's gonna cast her locate creature spell as many times as she can to make sure that Nibbles is not within 2 miles.
He is not within 2 miles. He's not come near you.
She has memorized most of the squirrels in the area, and I would even like to maybe do some animal handling checks to make them friendly with her.
You don't need to make them. You know all the squirrels in the area, and they're all
Great.
cool with you.
Great. We're just hanging out doing my wood elf stuff.
You also are easily able to identify Nibbles based on the fact that he's the only squirrel you know that wears clothes. So, you know, there's that.
I want to be able to identify him naked. Arch nemesis.
Sure.
Archmage, arch nemesis.
It's cool. Anyways, yeah, you guys inside. Who wants to go in the next morning? Savannah and Silver, obviously. If you can come back, Alora will talk to you. Do you want to make anyone else aware to come be part of that conversation, or do you want to just go the two of you again?
We can let anyone in the area know. Like, if we saw Sniff walking from production or whatever, we can be like,
so
we saw Alora in town, if Sniff
who
cares.
Who wants to be part of that conversation?
Or Sikes.
Oh, yeah, I'll
I don't know that we would have seen Alpha, because he's, like, out on the edge.
I'm just going to say every player character.
We can get word to him,
You told every player character, if any player character wants to be involved in this conversation, who wants to go? Tell me.
Gotcha.
Not Liv.
Sikes will decline as well.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I'm okay.
be there.
All right, so Sniff, Savannah, and Silver?
Yeah. I don't know that
All right.
Savannah and Silver have moved since the last night, but...
Alora comes out and watches you
Silver
like post.
does not need to sleep, so no.
That's true.
He has
Yeah,
not.
Silver can
Savannah
just drink like a hoss. Like he's good, right? Like he's just fucking taking it like a champ there. So as you guys come in, Laura's gonna come down for the morning and she's gonna be like, has anyone got eggs? Eggs, anyone? Eggs. Can we get some eggs? Eggs for sure, right? Excellent. Eggs.
Oh no, eggs come from birds. We don't like birds.
Oh, whatever. She's gonna walk over to the bar. She's like, "Give me a Bloody Mary," and
Oh
he'll
yes,
start
actually,
making
Bloody
one.
Mary. I'll take one of those too.
Yeah. So Jalister, the bartender, is gonna start making a bunch of Bloody Marys, and Alora's like, Hey, so I wanted to talk to your group and just talk about a couple of things here. I work for some people that want to extend an apology to you.
What people? And what apology?
So I would like to hold up that just a flag of truce here. I'm a messenger. If I extend out to say who I'm working for, I really like to just get out of here alive. Do you agree with that? I'm just a messenger.
I think if Savannah will look at Silver and knows Silver's morals, she'll just nod, being like, he doesn't let me kill people that often anyways.
All right. I am a spy for Corpsica, which is to say you guys recently had a run-in with a bunch of Corpsican soldiers in the Lake of Black Tears. We're recovering some information from that. And I have been sent here by my Emperor Sejanus, to extend a formal apology for the involvement of Corpsican soldiers in the attack on Blackwater. Not to say we don't regularly attack Blackwater, but we certainly don't send massive flesh golems after people. And so I just wanted to come here and extend the apology, if it will be accepted.
Cool beans, yeah. We're not really Blackwaterians, so it didn't affect us that much.
Well, you guys live in the kingdom of Necropolia, so it's one of those things where it's we'd rather not piss off every Outlander in Necropolia. And we would just like to extend the notion that Corpsicans are always open to any Outlander that gets sick of Necropolia and its bullshit.
You're on a recruiting mission.
Not recruiting per se. I'm, like I said, I'm an Outlander myself, but I just work for skeletons.
Okay. Noted.
All right. Oh, did you guys run across the Book of Vile Darkness? It was rumored that the hags had it.
Silver's gonna pour probably the umpteenth glass of wine, and he's just gonna be like, "No, we haven't seen it."
You heard the man.
Make a deception check with advantage, because you're drunk. And that is when I lie the best, too.
Maybe not drunk, but definitely done with.
I gave you advantage. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with me. I gave you advantage. Just run with it, okay?
I'm gonna use my
It's deception, which may be the same, actually.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, it's the same.
Oh, my camera.
Doesn't matter. You can roll
I'm gonna use my last knowledge from a past life.
Nice. Just top it on the 14. I think it's the same for your character. I think a -1 is both ways, right?
It is, yes.
Perfect. So just knowledge of the past
so
life.
17 total.
Perfect. She's going to look directly at you. She's going to really ponder you for a moment and be like, shake her head once, nod. All right. We'll continue investigations there to find it. Again, if you come across the Book of Vile Darkness, we would really appreciate you telling us about it. Corpsicans are not the enemies of Outlanders, if that makes any sense.
Do you have any sort of code word that we can do that they know that we're cool? Any sort of war cry or something that they're oh, we won't attack them because people have apologized on our behalf before.
Yes. What I would say for most of our troops, if you come across them, you would say, "Hail Sejanus," and they will at least question you before attacking.
Okay.
That is the name of our emperor, so Hail Sejanus would be what you would do in most contexts to just let them know. But there's not, for intelligence services, if it's an intelligence officer, and I would not tell you this too, make sure to identify them as an intelligence officer, because a normal rank and file soldier is not going to know. But for an intelligence officer, you can say that Alora sent you.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll be seeing you. And she's just going to pick up her glass of wine, down it in one, and walk out of the bar. And that's that.
I feel like, Sniff, on your way out, you should have been like, here, try some speckle. Bring it back to your folks. And some tea. But it's okay.
Yeah,
Missed opportunity.
I love this like full service drug dealer we have going here. All right, it is 11:06, so I'm sorry there wasn't much combat and there was a lot of talking in this episode, and we still haven't made it to that. But is there anything else anyone wants to do in this extended rest? Otherwise, I think next time you're going to go ahead and get on your guys' way.
Yes, I want to do one thing real quick.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to make it clear that Sikes during this 10-day is fucking off. He is not anywhere near anybody, and he is just really dealing with his own problems. He feels very bad.
Why does he feel bad? Talk to me.
He feels very betrayed by Sniff. He feels very used and abused.
Are you still
Sniff
using
tried to
Speckle
warn
during
him.
this time period? I don't think he did.
I don't have any. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Sniff. Yeah, perfect. You are upset. I gotcha. Yeah. With the help, you guys are able to help the sheriff and his men and the 2 other victims of Speckle abuse. They will begin to recover. The sheriff, as he comes to like maybe just 1, is going to begin to just move towards moving out of the city, as will a lot of the other people. Like they're just going to be like, we're going to leave. We can't be near it. The production of it.
So interestingly, I had the addicts in the church, and I want that to sort of be how we make our glizzy outfits for the masquerade.
Perfect. So we got some
More.
you're gonna crazy meth sequins. That's what. No, just joking. No, yeah.
I'll have the squirrels collect good little things along.
Everybody,
the
real
forest.
quick, just as a tease for next week, what
golden shade.
costumes? Keeping in mind that we did some masquerade, what are the costumes people are going to be running through next week? Has anyone picked, or you can also take the time to pick now? But does anyone have a tease for their costume?
I'm going to be dressed as an angel with lots of feathers.
Perfect.
White feathers, if the squirrels can find them.
Feather, cat girl, angel. Perfect. Liv?
Look tree-ish, like a bark mask, and kind of like willow leaves, like kind of flowy sort of a gown, I guess.
Very deceptive. I love it.
On top of my chainmail, it's not a good disguise.
I'm going to be the turtliest turtle at the turtle party.
Turtle. I love it. I knew we would get there eventually. There's several jokes I wanted to make since the beginning of this campaign have happened in this episode. It's a particular favorite of mine. But anyways, anyone else?
Silver is gonna turn his studded leather armor. He's gonna like interweave like chains so it looks like fake chainmail. And he's gonna sort of portray like his costume is gonna be that of like a fairy tale knight in shining armor.
Oh, I like it.
Totally not going to use that against you. No, joking. Sikes and Alpha.
Sikes is gonna go with the dark black cloak. That's new and fancy with a bunch of studs.
Studded cloak, sexy. Alpha?
Yep, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self at the party, and I'm going to look more bearish. Just kind of like a bear wearing a tuxedo.
It's very dangerous to run a joke multiple times that your DM does not understand. Like, I'm just gonna say that, I do not understand the bear jokes. Is
Just
anyone
check
want to
math.
explain it to me? I'll check the math. I'll rewind. Oh my god. Anyways,
Be
Jesus
sure to check
Christ.
out the Discord AI art. There is now some squid bear art up and about.
Oh, that's so
Why?
fantastic.
So anyone wanting to, get involved, go to the Discord.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of memes names in this campaign to run with. What is the squid bear thing? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just what the fuck is that? That's a monstrous. Okay, that's horrifying.
Did you see the cute little one with the spear though, and the little
cute
helmet? I like that one.
That's by far the best. Oh my god. Dude, polar bears, so scary. Honestly.
Yeah.
Anyways, from the Pen and Paper Pod, this has been Sikes, played by Tanner, Silver, played by Chesh, Sniff, played by Justin, Savannah, played by Ange, Liv, played by Karina, and Alpha, played by Max. And I've been your host, Jack, your DM. Thank you so much for playing here tonight. We really appreciate your time. Head back on over to Critical Role, because that's probably where you're coming in, because we're now competing with Critical Role, which is scary. But at the same time, I think we very much enjoyed it, and it didn't really affect our viewership as far as I can tell. So from everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, and by extension the Tuscan Shed Media Network, we'll see you next week for a masquerade. And I will stop naming these random episodes that don't involve masquerades, masquerading names. I'm going to change both these episode titles. I think this one's going to be Chillin' Like a Villain. The one before it is going to be like, what do you mean Cthulhu's? What is it? It's what is it? It's in the what do you mean Cthulhu's in the common domain or something? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll come up with something wittier than that shit. All right. From everyone here. Oh, by the way, everybody take 10 sanity. Congratulations. And by extension, thank you for watching the Pen and Paper Pod and Revon Gothica, but from everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod and by extension the Tuscan Shed Media Network, thanks for listening.